Okay, get it page 8 now. Let us do the exercise of the lesson. Choose the correct answer. Okay. I've got two students today. Very good turnout. Who are they? Let me see. Just one student. Abdullah Arshad Chattha. Abdullah, will you please go ahead and read the options? We will do them together.
Yes, sir. Where did Norma put the lamb chops? Option A in the oven, option B in the boiler, option C in the freezer, option D in the basket.
Okay.
Option B in the boiler.
Yes, in the broiler is correct option. One more thing which you need to understand, that is when
Yes.
da appears, when when da appears in front of a vowel sound, it's pronounced as the. For example, in the
Yes.
oven, in the broiler, the b sound, which is basically b, here it will become
Yes,
da,
sir.
and otherwise when a vowel sound is there, it will be in the oven, right? So correct
Yes.
option is in the broiler. Go ahead and read the second one.
There was a small man in the A option in the porch, B option in the room, C option at the door, D option in the hallway.
In the hallway. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so correct
Yes,
option
sir.
is in the
In the
hallway.
hallway.
Okay, so go ahead.
Where was the key to the
Let
Bell unit
somebody else do
dome?
it now. We have Furkan Basharat. Furkan Basharat, will you please read the next option? I mean, next question. Mic problem. What about Saifullah Khan? Okay, no problem. I will do it myself. You can just listen.
Yes, sir.
Where was the key to the Bell unit dome? There are four options. The correct option is in the sealed envelope. What was the reward for pushing the button? So it was
यार
50,000
मास्क से दियो
dollars.
नमो मास्क का ये
Please, please power off your mic. Please power off your mic. What was the question of Norma that made Mr. Stewart embarrassed? And the question was, who do you represent? Number six is, what could have happened by pushing the button? D option is correct. Somewhere in the world, some unknown person would die. Number seven, why didn't Arthur agree to the offer of Mr. Stewart for pushing the button? C option is correct, which is he considered death of some unknown person a murder. Number eight, why was the offer of $50,000 attractive for Norma? A is correct option. She had a plan to improve her life. Who, in Norma's opinion, was the researcher? B option is correct, an eccentric millionaire. And last, Why didn't Norma take the consent of her husband to comply with the instructions of Mr. Stewart? D option is correct. He considered it immoral to kill some unknown person for the sake of money. That's it. Now we have true false. Norma found the carton in front of her door as she arrived home. True. Norma believed that Mr. Stewart was a guest. False. Mr. Stewart took out a key and opened the box for Arthur. False. Arthur and Norma have the same reaction to Mr. Stewart's proposition. False. They had different reactions. Norma couldn't resist calling Mr. Stewart back. It's true. During her lunch break, she called Mr. Stewart. It's true. Norma didn't agree with Mr. Stewart to have the button unit brought back, so it's true. She didn't say anything directly. Arthur said he believed that Mr. Stewart's offer was a genuine one. He believed. So it's false. He didn't believe. He didn't want to listen to it at all. Norma wants Arthur to understand that she is interested in the proposition because the money would help the two of them. It's true. Arthur could accept participating along with Norma if they were part of a research project. It's false, even if it is a research project and it is fictitious or pseudo, even then, nobody, a person with character, wouldn't go and accept such an offer. Norma called Mr. Stewart after she learned of Arthur's death. It's false. Norma didn't call Arthur. It was Norma didn't call Mr. Stewart. It was Mr. Stewart who called Norma after the death of her husband. Now we have questions answers, and for which I'd like to use whiteboard. I would like each one of you to hold your diaries, notebooks, so that you may note down the answers. It will be a kind of practice for you as well. So you will be able to not only to note down, but you will be able to learn these answers better when you copy them from my screen. Okay, this is our whiteboard. Let me settle my book and then I'll come back to you. Okay. Let me just settle down the things. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, that's good. Question 1 is, why did Norma consider the tone and attitude of Mr. Stewart offensive? Yes, what will be your answer to question 1?
Because Mr. Stewart,
Because
Stewart was very confident of his offer, and for Norma it was unbelievable.
yeah, you're very close. You're right in one way. Let me write the answer and then we can discuss it. Mr. Stewart was sure that his offer will be attractive to Noma, but her refusal to attend him made his tone offensive. It's not working. Now it's working. Okay. Question 2. Why did Arthur disagree with his wife? Yes, boy?
So, Arthur was a man of ethics and principles, and he thought that it was immoral to murder someone for your own benefit. That's why he disagreed with his wife.
Very right. That's a good answer. Arthur disagreed with his wife disagreed with his wife because he had good moral standing and believed that one must never do any harm to someone just for the sake of money. He also considered killing for money immoral. Okay. Arthur disagreed with his wife because he had good moral standing and believed that one must never do any harm to someone just for the sake of money. He also considered killing for money immoral. Well, okay, that would be a good option. Question 3. Who will read it? I want at least one boy to read question 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please go ahead.
Why did Norma try to persuade her husband to agree with her?
Okay. So what about Muhammad Talha? What's your opinion about it? Fine. No problem. Okay, you have mic problem. I understand. Why did Norma try to persuade her husband to agree with her? Okay. Let me write this answer. She tried to persuade her husband because she wanted him to be a partner in this enterprise so that so that they all together, together enjoy the benefits of this. She tried to persuade her husband because she wanted him to be a partner in this enterprise so that they all together enjoy the benefits of this offer. Number four. Yes, somebody may please read it. Question four. Okay, I will read it then. What were the reasons Noma gave to her husband to accept the offer? Okay. Well, there are two kinds of reasons. Some
First, she
are, yes, please.
first she said to her husband that it was not a murder, as they
Okay.
would not even see and know the person. Second, she persuaded him to accept the offer so that they might change their lifestyle.
Okay, you're very close. Very good. Good effort. I would like each one of you to participate in this virtual class. It will give more life to the class than just a dumb class and the teacher is harping on certain strings. Fine. According to according to the story, there are two reasons, two different reasons which Norma gives to her husband to accept the offer. Colin. One is general and the other is particular. First of all, general. Uh, her first stance is that this kind of offer can be psychological research or some project funded by an eccentric millionaire, and on the second ground, she she what should I say? She wants to convince him in order to improve their personal lifestyle. So, how many of you are taking notes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are picking, sir.
Okay, since this is a long answer, so I'll pause here for 1 minute so that you may write it down because we are going to move to the next page.
Yes, sir.
So I've shown you complete answer. There will be just 1 minute's break or pause. So you can go ahead and note it down because then I'll move down. I'll scroll down to the next page. I hope you're done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. That's very good. Next, we have question 5. And question 5 reads, why did Mr. Stewart continue persuading Norma? Any quick answers?
Because she was because she was a selfish and greedy woman who could do everything for money, and another reason is that she had no respect and love for humanity. Mr. Stewart continued convincing her because she had judged her nature.
Okay, you are slightly close to the answer. Let me tell you one thing. Whenever you answer a question, you mostly answer it with reference to the story, not a generalized answer. This can be a very good generalized answer, but not a particular uh, text-based answer.
Yes, sir.
Text-based answer is something like that you have a reason from the story which proves whatever you say is right. So let's try to answer this question. After understanding complete story, you can generalize many things, but one thing which you would learn while staying with me for 2 years, that I am not in favor of overgeneralization. I'm in favor of learning bits and pieces and finding evidence. Okay, so I just
Yes,
don't
sir.
want to mix everything. Let's find out some particular reasons of his attitude to convince Norma continuously. Mr. Stewart continued convincing Norma because she was in, interested in money. She was interested in money. Her use of word monetarily indicates it. This is one of the answers. Fine. And secondly, she calls him after her husband refuses to accept such an offer. Okay. Now, these are two clues which I have taken from the story, and these clues are quite direct evidence or pieces of evidence to show that Norma was greedy. Everybody knows she was, but the examiner wants to know how you can derive different facts from the text and then you answer it. Okay. Now we have question 6. And question 6 reads, what was the message Noma received on pushing the button? Yes, any replies?
Said after pushing the button, she received a call from the hospital. Someone told her about a subway accident. He told her that a shoving ground had pushed her husband Arthur in the front of train.
Yeah, yes, the word is shoving. Shoving. Shoving means pushing.
Yeah.
Fine, that's a very good answer. And I would like a similar, I would write a similar answer here. After pushing the button, she received, please make sure that you write similar spellings of receive. It's slightly tricky and some of the boys, they make a mistake. I think so in my life, the most often mistaken word in writing is I have observed received. She received a call from uh, Lennox Hill Hospital, which told that Arthur was killed in a subway subway accident. He was accidentally pushed in front of the train and killed. Okay, next we have number 7. Number 7 is what is the significance of Arthur's life insurance policy? Yes, boys.
Sir, its
Sir,
significance was that if Arthur died before his retirement age, he would get double the amount of the insurance policy.
Yes, fine. That's right. It was a direct question. Comparatively, answer was easy. Arthur's life insurance payment insurance was 25,000 dollars. But in case of premature death, it would become $50,000. Next, we have number 8 and the last question of first part. Did Norma remain normal on hearing the news of the accident of her husband?
No, no. Norma could not keep her nerves after hearing the death news of her husband's death. She could hardly breathe or could not even stand, and she was shocked and stunned.
That's a good answer and good observation. I'm glad. Number 8. No, she was not normal. She was rather shocked and became hysterical. She reacted in a very unpredictable and violent way. The gadget. Okay, this was, the first part. We have answered the first part. Let's move forward and try to answer the second part of the second set of questions. And first question is write a note on the character of Arthur. Now, before we go ahead, let me explain you how to write a character sketch. Let us take another kind of board here. What about paint? Okay. Paint is a very helpful device. We can draw things here. Okay. So here we have our blackboard and writing a character sketch is our today's job. Let me select some other color. Okay. So let's have a character here. Okay, it's not very tall. It should not be very tall character. What about this one? It will be fine. And let me just make it a small character for you. Before you go ahead. Okay, I have a character for you here, and let us write that this character is the character of Arthur. Better would be to discuss it in generalized format, writing uh, character sketch, writing a character sketch. Now, what exactly my big question here is this one. This is my question. What exactly is character sketch? Character sketch is something that if you write on the character uh, and somebody reads it, after reading it, he is able to understand the qualities of that person. Well, there is one more question: whether character is a description. Well, character sketch at your level is not a description. At children's level, it's something different. Like you discussed the hairstyle, the eye color, the height, how tall the person is. But at your level, character sketch encompasses some different kind of information. It is mostly the characteristics of personality. You cover here the characteristics of one's personality. Let me write here. Characteristics. Characteristics. Characteristics of one's personality. What are these characteristics? For example, here, if you want to discuss the characteristics of Arthur's personality, Arthur is a book lover. Okay. Okay, this is the first thing you can see. What else you see in Arthur? Arthur is straightforward. Straightforward. That's another thing. He refuses in the very beginning that, okay, I don't want this offer, I'm not interested in it. Okay. Okay. Else, Arthur, he doesn't or does not take interest in meaningless things. Okay. What else? Arthur is, he has high ethical standards. What else? He he is not selfish. He has a clear perception of his life. That's very, very important. Many people, they are extremely educated, but they do not have a clear perception of their strengths, their weaknesses. They try to do things they don't know how to do, and they never learn them how to do them in the real sense. He knows what he can do, he knows what he should do, and he knows what he should not do at all. Now, if you write down the charac- characteristics of one's personality, you are writing a character sketch. So, for how many of you it makes sense? Okay, have you attended it? Got an idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Have you got an idea how to write a character sketch of a person?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's very good. That's good. So we are done with the character sketch of Arthur. Next question is, why didn't Norma remain true to her husband? What can be its answer? Not true to her husband.
Sir, her greed.
Please go ahead, be descriptive.
Sir, her greed and selfishness over attaining those $50,000, and how she wanted to fulfill all her desires in one go.
Yes, that makes some sense. That Norma uh, true to her husband. Norma was overwhelmed, over, overwhelmed by the glare of such a big amount, such a big amount. Therefore, she might have thought that would be she would be able to take Arthur on board later on. Okay. But her greed never gave her this chance to enjoy her life after getting such a big money. Question 3. Do you agree with Norma's assertion that the death of someone you have never seen is not important? Do you agree? Okay, let's find
No,
out. How
sir.
many of you agree?
No, sir.
Okay, you don't agree with it. Of course, one cannot agree at all, especially in normal circumstances. But let me tell you here that Norma and Arthur's circumstances not were very good. There is one movie which was filmed in America on it. It's a small movie. You can just Google it and watch it. And their apartment wasn't very good, and they were not very happy with the money they had, and their car had so many problems. So I think so. These in such circumstances, people have a different kind of thinking than the thinking of ours here, since we are sitting in our homes comfortably and learning things. Anyways, one must not think negative. So its answer would be death of someone you have never seen in you is important. Okay, let's write an answer. No problem, I can write it here. For me, death of a person is always not the death but the life. For me, life of a person is always important. Therefore, money can never be prioritized, Priori, prioritized, 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 RITICED, prioritized in any circumstances. Now we have next question. Write the story in your own words. Okay, we need not do it. You can tell it. What moral lesson does the story teach? Okay, what's the moral lesson here?
So greed is a curse.
Greed is curse. Greed is a curse. What else?
Never fall below your moral values.
Please say it again.
Said never fall below your moral values.
Yes, and first of all, we should have some moral values, and then we should not fall below them. That's
Very
very
true,
good.
sir.
Yes, Ali Hasi.
Tit for tat.
Can you please speak a bit louder?
Tit for tat.
Yeah, tit for tat. That's another idea and good idea. Okay.
People find cut shorts to success have to repent in the end.
Hmm. That sounds good. Okay, fine.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, as you so shall you reap.
Yeah, of course. That's another very good idea. As you sow, so shall you reap. Well, that's the end of questions answer session. And now I think so we should pay some attention to punctuation. That is question number 7. Okay? And I would like each one of you to get at page 10, open your rough notebooks. So this is a class assignment for you. There are only 2 lines. I would like you to punctuate it and then I'll do it for you and you can match your answers. Okay. I give you 7 minutes time. Not 7, 6 minutes time. Quickly do it. Not even 6, just 5 minutes. Okay. After 5 minutes, we'll meet and see what you have done.